Ja Morant went on Twitter to clap back at Stephen A. Smith after Stephen A. said these things about Ja and the Grizzlies on First Take after the Desmond Bane trade, and to Ja's point, during the NBA Finals.
It's about your availability and how much you also want to be here, because Memphis ain't the ideal spot. When we look at the powers in the Western Conference, we got to make sure he want to be there, fellas. You got Dallas. You got Houston. You got San Antonio on the come up. You still got LeBron and Luka in L.A. The Clippers were relevant until James Harden decides not to show up for another Game 7. I mean, damn. I'm just looking around the Western Conference, okay, and Dallas is coming back and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, are you sure you want to be here? Because this is going to be a long haul for us to elevate ourselves to relevance once again. In 6 seasons, he's taken the team to the playoffs 4 times. He only has 1 playoff series win. 1. So all of those things I got to take into consideration. I'm not saying you throw him out because the brother's too big time and he's box office to ignore. What I'm saying is I can also get a lot for him. So I got to know you want to be here. And I got to know, yo, you realize what we going through, right? How much you want this? How much you want this? Because if not, we could move you, and we going to get a hell of a lot for Ja Morant. I know y'all got to go. You going to tell folks why nobody wants to be in Memphis, or you want me to do it?
Oh, no. For a player like me, I just don't think that the league, like, for guys like me, I love to be in Memphis. I embrace it, but you got to identify those guys, right? And it's not that simple, especially a younger guy to identify that wants to be in Memphis. I want to hear you say, why you think?
The people in Memphis is a great sports town, great fans, great people. Yeah. But there's an element there where cats like Jimmy Butler and others don't feel it's the safest environment. I'm talking to the local authorities in Memphis. You got to clean some of that stuff up because it's dissuasive to NBA players. They have talked about it. I know they've told me.
And firstly, on Twitter, Ja Morant said that he will not be leaving Memphis and stated his sources, that being himself. And he said, talking about the Grizz more than the finals, laughing face, with these cap-ass sources, instead of focusing on the performances we've seen from J-Dub Shy, TJ McConnell and Pascal Siakam, how this series is going, we say something negative about the city team on a national level. And that's when Stephen A. quote tweeted that, saying, so this is what we're doing now, Ja. I recall talking about the finals, but the Memphis Grizzlies made news because of Bane getting traded and your possible extension coming up. Would you prefer I go into detail about what the hell it has been going on in Memphis, why players have stated they're not interested in going, or even more details? Or would you like me to leave well enough alone and let the great peeps of Memphis address it on their own? Your call. I'm all ears. Let me know what you think of this in the comments.